Good morning. It's the 18th of September. I almost said 1900. Wow. 2020. All right. So, what are we looking here? We're looking at Paratroop from S&T number 70. 77, actually, by SPI. But first of all, I want to get in here and show you what I'm playing right now. The first thing I've been playing is Alone Against Fear. It's Andrea, how do you pronounce, what's his name here? Sviligoi, right, I believe. Sviligoi. And, you know, it's the For Against Darkness system. If you like For Against Darkness, this is a game much like it, right? Except it's a true solitaire game. You're alone against fear. And it's a, as it says, a survival horror game. But it's mostly, you know, the gates of hell have opened and you're trying to close them, right? And you can play a one-off, but definitely the way it goes, a campaign. And it's old school in the sense it's pretty deadly. It's not exactly a solo RPG, and it's not exactly a war game, but it's elements of both. Is it as good as For Against Darkness? Not quite, but it's still good, and it's really a good price. You can get it on Ganesha Games' website, and it's made by a bona fide war gamer. Ganesha Games' website for I think $8 right now. I also believe you can get it on War Game Vault on PDF. If you want the physical copy, I don't believe it's on Amazon right now. Lulu.com, you can get there. Soft cover for $13, I think, or you can get $13.99, something like that. Or you can get the hardcover, like I did, for $22. I was very impressed with the hardcover of Alone Against Fear. Very cool, yeah. So it's worth a look if you enjoy that type of game. And another thing I've been playing is Knights of Fire: Battle for Budapest. This is David Tercey and Brian Train's game, the sequel, the 2019 sequel to Days of Our, Battle for Budapest. Very good game. Days of Our was a little bit more of a Euro. This is more of a war game, and it's a very good game. When I played it 4 or 5 times, and when I got it, I thought, man, this is the best game that I played from 2019, and it is. And I've been carrying this with me. I've been carrying this in my rucksack, if you will. So if I get a play, very accessible 2-hour game. You can play it solo, cooperative, or opposed. If you don't have the game, you need this game. It's a great game. So, all right. Let's get back to Paratroop. All right. Strategy and Tactics, S&T number 77, 1979. Paratroop, bonus 72-page 10th anniversary issue. Obviously, it started in 1969, SPI did. And there we have the 10th anniversary issue. And we got three great airborne assaults. Ebon Emal, Crete, and Red Devils. I played Red Devils. So, first, I was going to go through the book a little bit. I love these old SPI books. Love these old S&Ts, from especially when SPI had it. Look at that Great Medieval Battles. That's a good game. I think it's a little overpriced right now, but that's a good game. But a history of airborne operations. This is what I loved about S&T. SPI, Avalon Hill were selling games. They always were selling games. SPI was selling history. And while I love both companies, I'm certainly more of an SPI gamer, the experiential game, right? Learning something about it, learning what's going on. And this is a history of airborne operations. Stephen Patrick wrote this. Very, very good. Yeah. I may have read this in the past. I should read it again. I probably will. Market Garden, right? You got some, what's that there? Aircrafts of the airborne. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. All right. And then, of course, is it an advertisement for City Fight, I think, or is it a? No, it's actually a. City Fight, article on City Fight, another good game. Joe Bilkowski right there, City Fight, right? We get on over, and then we get to the 3 games is with this right here. Well, it's for your eyes only, an open intelligence summary of current military affairs. Again, very good. Jim Dunnigan still does a good job at that type of thing, right? Strategypage.com if you want to see, if you want to hear, go to Strategy Talk. You want to hear Jim Dunnigan and what he knows about stuff, and just him go totally nuclear and talking in depth what he does know, what he has learned about certain militaries and certain current affairs. It's a great thing. Anybody should like it for a lot of reasons. All right, Paratroop, 3 great airborne. Ibn Amal, lightning strike begins, right? That's going to be that. Let's look at the counters first, all right? Counters. SPI counters. Normal SPI counters, right? Pretty much single-sided. Some of these are double-sided, but that's just some pin counters. Pretty much pin shits. Pretty much single-sided, right? All right, so we have Crete down here, Evan Amal, and Red Devils. I played Red Devils before. I got another copy of the game. The counters are okay, right? The counters are all right. SPI. Wow, this is good stuff here. Are you changing your address? Yeah. Normal SPI housekeeping. And let's look at the map. Let's look at the map before we get into any of the rules here. Got the map. Okay, that's Crete right there. What made this interesting? It really is 3 mini games into one, and the designers they have listed are John Butterfield, Jim Dunnigan, and Jose Perez, I do believe. So, who designed what? I'm assuming probably one's designed each, or maybe they might have worked on it each. But I get the feeling, I don't know this at all, but I get the feeling these could have been 3 mini games that might have been capsule games. It's 79. They was getting capsule games back then. So I don't. They just turned into a 3-game deal for the S&T. They also boxed this game, but there's the map for Crete. All right, looks okay. Okay. All right. Other maps here. We got down there. This one is Evan Amal. All right. This one here, Red Devils. All right. And this up top, Crete with map looks good. Map looks good. Map looks interesting. Redmond Simonson, obviously. 3 separate maps, right? You could cut these up and make them 3 separate games. I wouldn't do that, but you could very easily could. Right? Paratroop tables on there. They look okay. I actually like the map. I actually like the map, actually. Yeah, it looks good. Expect nothing less from the great Redmond Simonson. Yes, I am a mark for SPI games from back in the day. All right, let's look at some of the rules. Equipment, basic procedure. Do they have a sequence of play, movement of units, sighting? Maybe not. Maybe scenario setup. Maybe not. Special rules. Yeah, nothing looks too difficult. They don't look too difficult. As a matter of fact, I think these are probably really good games to get a beginner into. Maybe but they're true war games. They're true chit and counter war games. Not long games. The Red Devils, not long. It's a good little game. It's been years since I played it, but I have played it, and it was good. I remember it didn't blow me away, but for what it was, it's a good game. Yeah, and I would believe the other two the same. You can find it on eBay, really good prices, either boxed or with the magazine. Great Medieval Battles. There we go. But yeah, it's worth taking a look at. Again, SPI, Strategy and Tactics. Wow, you got a lot for your money back then, and even if you adjust for inflation, they were cheap. I'm not saying that they're overpriced now, but I think that for a lot of reasons, lower subscriber count, other things that. But yeah, SPI was still in history, and it's evident when you look at this kind of stuff. Look, Parker Brothers, that's the coolest thing. They let other people. City Front right there. Wow. They let other people advertise. They didn't care. They took their money. It was all about money. What was that here? Advertisement there. Operational Studies Group. Huh. Right. Get a year's worth of war game design with your order. A war game design. That was a magazine. A magazine that's no longer. It's went by the wayside, obviously. Okay, that's it. Just want to show you those games and maybe point you to it. They're good. Maybe I get to play them here in a week or so. But all right. Play SPI games. They're still good. A lot of people think just because they're a magazine game or just because they don't have a lot of modern bells and whistles, they aren't good. A lot of them might not be replayable, but there are so many that are good. And yeah, that's it. Y'all have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.